Barack Hussein Obama, have you ever heard of him? Yeah.
It turns out that everything Donald Trump is touching has turned into a disaster. Whether it is destroying the Iran nuclear deal, which Barack Obama and other countries signed, it has turned into a disaster. He is stuck in the Iran war. The recent scandal is the reflecting pool. Donald Trump had promised the Americans that he was going to reestablish, renovate the reflecting pool, and it was going to turn into a great monument. But that has turned to be exactly the opposite. It has been a disaster, it has been a mess. One of the things which I realized that individuals who have been passing through that reflecting pool, they can see that there is growth of a lot of algae. There are some individuals who have been given the job of trying to treat that algae, but they have not been able to manage it. So Donald Trump, in a press conference, was pressed about the question. And as usual, he had someone to blame. He had someone to blame. Just observe what happened.
Barack Hussein Obama, have you ever heard of him? Yeah. He spent 2 years and over $100 million on trying to fix it. You know what happened to it? Never even opened. He took the water from the river. You know about that, right? It turned out to be putrid, and it destroyed the whole thing. Spent over 100 million. Him and Biden together spent $147 million. You know what happened? Never opened.
President Donald Trump is jealous of Barack Obama. That's it. It is almost 10 years since Barack Obama left office. I believe it's 10 years. It was in 2016 and now we are in 2026. But if there's one individual who has stuck with Donald Trump for all those years, it's President Barack Obama. Donald Trump has gone ahead and portrayed these former individuals as monkeys, and he posted on his social media platform for all individuals to see. Donald Trump has gone ahead and said that the presidential center, which Barack Obama has constructed, which opened, I believe, a few days ago, was not up to standard. That the individuals who Donald Trump officials hired to construct that center did a bad job. So generally, there is nothing which Barack Obama ever did that is up to the task. One of the things which you need to realize, I am not saying that the president, Donald Trump, should go ahead and praise Barack Obama for even not even being to the standard. But what I'm trying to say is that if Donald Trump believes he could have done a better job, why would he not do it? When it comes to the JCPOA, why is he stuck and he is leading the world into a collapse when it comes to the recession? So most of these things which Donald Trump is doing, he believes that he can do a better job than the former president Barack Obama. But as the track record of Donald Trump has proven, he does not only destroy, but he makes it even worse. Let's say, for example, the JCPOA. Donald Trump destroyed that agreement in 2018. Here we are in 2026. Donald Trump is stuck in a war against Iran. He can't come to agreement of the demands of the Iranian people. He has no escape route. If he leaves this war, then it means the Iranian people are going to continue their toils along the Strait of Hormuz, which Donald Trump doesn't want. And if he leaves, the Iran nuclear capability are probably going to increase, which Donald Trump has no alternative other than coming into agreement of what is going to be done with the nuclear material which the Iranian government has. So Donald Trump, militarily, he has lost unless he goes ahead and puts on the ground, which is going to be a disaster. And this is not something which is going to be accepted by most Americans in the United States of America. The approval ratings of Donald Trump is at 30%. he is more worse even compared to his first term. So the likes of J.D. Vance are kind of frustrated by the actions of Donald Trump. J.D. Vance has an presidential ambition, but he is now stuck in an abusive relationship with Donald Trump. So Donald Trump, the dam which he is blaming Barack Obama of destroying, Barack Obama did kind of a renovation in 2012, where he spent a total of 34 million US dollars. Then the president who was blamed in the same discussion is Joe Biden. He didn't do any construction renovation in relation to that dam. So this issue, Donald Trump of trying to come up with 147 million US dollars was used to renovate that dam and make it even worse, is just Donald Trump completely lying. Those are not facts. As usual, one of the things which you can at least say it's a fact is that Donald Trump lies, and it's a fact. So all he's saying are just lies. So this issue of Donald Trump blaming the former president Barack Obama, even if you hate him or love him, you can clearly understand that Donald Trump, instead of facing his failures, for instance, when it comes to the construction of the dam, where the oil guy has just invested or destructed the dam. Now there are some employees who are trying to clear the dam. Even the individuals who are passing by are sympathizing with them because they understand how horrific the situation is. It used to be a decent dam before Donald Trump tampered with it. So Donald Trump doesn't want to face the reality that most of the projects which he is endorsing in his second term, they are just there to benefit him, to make him richer. If there is one of the individuals who has amassed wealth, him, his friends, and family members is Donald Trump. Whether it's awarding contracts to family members, whether it's coming up with meme coins, coming up with new phones, establishing like fake projects like the one which is in a mess, Donald Trump has no place to hide, but he needs to use some people. And Barack Obama is one of the best targets he can use because he can't be in his shoes. He can't live up to the standards which most individuals put Barack Obama. There's something which you need to realize. Currently, Barack Obama is more famous when it comes to Americans compared to Donald Trump. And this is a president who has been out of the office for the last 10 good years. There are some individuals who hate Barack Obama. I am not a big fan of him, I can also say. But even if there is one thing which you can say about the family of Barack Obama, especially how they have handled the situation of Donald Trump, is that they have a class, which Donald Trump lacks, and even he has never tried to have. As usual, if you have found some value out of this, go ahead, subscribe, like, and also don't forget to share. I like your thoughts about the situation of Donald Trump, always blaming Barack Obama when it comes to his own failures. See you in my next one. Siku njema.